Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another episode, folks. We are back in World of Warcraft. I'm on the Hunter, and in this episode we're just going to continue leveling up, and that is the plan. We'll see how far we get in this episode. Before we do get into it, I do want to take a couple of moments to thank everyone that has chosen to click on this video and spend their time with me. I really do appreciate it. Now, there are some quests that I do need to complete, and, well, by quest, I'm referring to the Dead Mine quest that I do need to do. So we did do a Dead Mines run, but there's also a quest in the Dead Mine. So that is one of the things that I'm going to be working towards slowly, and hopefully we kind of get along with that and see where we get with it. That's the thing. It's one of those scenarios when, back in the day, it wouldn't have been too difficult to find a group for Dead Mines, but nowadays, with this being classic and, you know, the population of classic kind of dwindling away, couldn't potentially be somewhat challenging to achieve that. So, we'll see. We'll see if we can get a group for Dead Mines. That would be nice. I'm going to go push for that. But first things first, of course, we do need to complete some sort of quest around here before we can get in there, because there's no point in going into Dead Mines without doing the quest. Yes, there's good XP there, but we can get some additional good XP by completing the quest chain for Dead Mines. So that is kind of the plan. Now, I'm assuming that at some point through this episode, we're going to have to find the, I think it's like the messenger or something. And, yeah, that can be a bit of a challenge. Hopefully there's not too many people camping that guy out. And don't really know what his patrol path is and respawn timer, but we'll find out. We'll see how things go. So yeah, we're currently in Stormwind, and yeah, we're just kind of getting things ready. And once we're done, we'll kind of crack on with the rest of the stuff. It's just a bit of running around on foot because I don't have a mount, which kind of sucks. It would be nice to have a mount, although the 60% speed mount is a bit... I mean, I suppose you travel a bit quicker, but not by much. I think that's the way to look at it. Let's have a look right here. Yep. So we can speak with the warden.
Well met. Light
And there we go.
for the Alliance.
Alright, so then that one is done. I'm not sure what this one takes. I didn't actually read it. Alright. Okay, so that's a stockade. That's fine. We're a bit low level for that. That might be something to look into soon enough. I do sort of worry about this, you know. Don't know if I should put it off for now and return to it at a later time. We do have some stuff in Red Ridge Mountains that we can do. So maybe that's a place I can go to. I think I'm going to put it off for now just because... I mean, I could probably find a group, but then my DPS wouldn't be that great just because of the big level difference. And so just on that principle, what I do want to do is I want to be able to do some DPS on the target. So maybe a level or two before we come into the stockades should be good enough for us. Okay, so I feel like I've got a bit of a sore throat. I do apologize for that. I don't think I'm catching anything, but it does feel a bit odd.
Be careful.
Saying that, I don't know if my voice is necessarily somewhat different, but hey ho, you know, we gotta keep on keeping on, you know. So go and complete all the stuff that we need for Dead Mind, and we'll have a look at doing Dead Mind at some point. It's a good thing we have a flight path, because that is a lot more quicker than just kind of going on foot. I mean, hell of a lot quicker. We do fly pretty fast. Here we are. We are nearly there. I do like the way the griffins look. I think they look pretty cool. They're definitely nice looking creatures. But then there's also drakes. So I won't be flying on griffins very often because of the dragons and stuff that you can actually ride. I'm a big fan of dragons, generally speaking. Alright, we are here, and so let's see what we have to do in this area. We've got quests to turn in up here. I'm just gonna slowly waddle my way up, speak to the person in question, and see how far we can get. We got dead mines. I'm gonna hold off for a bit. Let's get this one done first.
Go with honor, friend.
Accept the Defias Brotherhood.
Light bless you.
And yeah, so we got the messenger dude that we need to find. This is his path, as you can see. It's going to be a bit of a pain trying to find him. But I guess we can do that. And I think after that, the game will want us to do a run in Dead Mines. Yeah, so I'm slowly going to waddle my way towards the messenger's path and then take it from there. I know I've always seen him close to where the dead mines are, and that's always been my luck of finding him. I've never actually had to chase him down, so we'll see how this goes. It's going to be an interesting thing. Alright, trying to avoid fighting these guys if I can at all. There is some ore there that I can pick up. And that's good. I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to go towards the footpath. No. Right, well, might as well see it through. I didn't really want to fight you, but hey, you gave me no choice, birdie. So, he's normally around here. We're going to quickly have a look and see if we can find the messenger. If not, try and find him. Now, I don't really know where he spawns. He's normally kind of... So his name's kind of Amber-ish. So I know he goes towards the mine, but he's not here, so... Guess we're going to end up having to go up looking for him. Also, I don't really know what respawn timer he has. I think I might as well list myself because might take a while before we get anything. I don't know if I'll get anything this episode, although I'm not going to lie, it would be nice. But as you saw, there weren't very many people listed, so yeah. It could take some time before we actually get into Dead Mines. So I'm not really sure how far I need to go here. Alright, I think I might push a bit further up. Then the other thing is I don't really know his patrol path. I know he has a path, And his name should pop up in a amber color. Like, yeah, amber? Yellow? It's not really amber, it's kind of like a yellow, isn't it? Anyways, let's just keep going up this path. There wasn't anything, because he does come towards the dead mine, so I'm sort of assuming that he'll be somewhere up here. I don't know, should I go back or something? I don't think he'll be there. The chances of him being back there are very minimal, but I don't know where he spawns, you see. So this might mean I might have to do a bit of waiting here. Just quickly having a look at what I've got gear-wise. Yeah, I'm sort of happy. I suppose it's the best I could get given the circumstances. I just kind of wonder though if he spawns sort of down here, but we can already see the village that is around the dead mine, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's here. You see, I've always seen him walk kind of this path. And he normally walks towards the entrance into the dead mines. Well, it is a bit clean down here, so I don't know. Yeah, that's just a normal looter. Okay. I don't know what to do. Might be having to wait here for a while before we get the messenger, but I am determined to get him. It's going to be a little bit of a boring episode if we end up just waiting here. I don't know what to do. I've always ended up killing them around this area, basically. But as you can see, there's another player, and I do wonder... I don't want to be competing for the same thing. So maybe it's worth going back up there and seeing if I can find him. But then I don't want to be in a scenario where he sort of spawns down here and starts doing his patrol thing. And someone else tagging him. So I don't know. Don't know what the best outcome is. See, I haven't done this long enough to actually know his spawn point. I mean, I could wait here. It's just going to be very long and boring. But really, he's the only one that I need right now. That's what I need to be able to continue to progress with the quest. And so I do want to complete the quest and have another run pushed by the quest into Dead Mines. So kind of want to do that. Not that there's anything, well, if you think about it, there's not really all that much that's good in Dead Mines. But it is a cool dungeon. I do like it. It's I've got loads of good positive memories for the run, for the dungeon. I think this I mean, it was one of the first dungeons I ever did, and I think I did it a few times when I first leveled up a character, and so I've got quite a good memory of it. It's definitely one of my favorite dungeons, at least when it comes to low level. Yeah, I'm gonna go up. again, we're going to try doing that. I suppose on the way up, might as well kill a couple of these guys. It's amazing how much casters actually hurt. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start going back up. I should have probably done some research on this, but yeah. You know, I'm not a research type of person. I do like to learn by trial and error. It's just one of my things. See, if I wait here, the problem I'm having is I might end up having to compete with other people. Whereas if he spawns up there, up this path, there are likely to be fewer people trying to do the same thing. I mean, that doesn't look like this is a very busy area at this moment. So, you know, I could chance it and wait here. And then I think, if I remember, from back in the day, I think he's got like a 15-minute respawn timer or 10-minute respawn timer. So maybe I wait here for a bit and then start making my way up there. Maybe that's an option as well. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing interesting down here anyways, apart from killing some low-level NPCs. But yeah, we'll see. We'll wait a bit here, and then I'll start walking upwards and just kind of following what quest he shows me as his patrol path, if that makes sense. Just start wandering. I mean, I'm hoping that I don't spend too much time waiting for this guy. That's the thing. Yeah, and I was just thinking now as I'm looking around, so just kind of reminiscing here on my first character, which was so my first character, to be more precise, in Wrath of the Lich King Classic, or in Classic, so to speak. When I came here with my paladin, I found this area kind of difficult. You know, I didn't this time around. There were a couple of quests that I thought were a bit longer than needed, just because of how rare certain drops were. But that's about it. This area was not as bad as my first experience in the zone, especially on the paladin. And I'm wondering if the difficulty has been changed, because it felt more difficult. Now, granted, though, I was just picking up the game, you know, from a fresh start, so to speak. So I didn't have as much experience as I do now. I don't think I see him here, so I don't know. I'm getting kind of restless here. I'm trying to make small talk, but also it's nice to kind of reflect back on previous experiences here. And so my most recent previous experience here was on my paladin, and I found this area nice to remember, but difficult at the same time. Difficult more from the perspective of drops, and I think even NPCs. I think it's I mean, granted, I think I don't know. I probably didn't know how to play the class very well. I'm a lot more confident now. I can give it that, you know. We can see some firebolts, excuse me, some firebolts being shot there in the back, but we don't see the Defias Messenger, which is what we're looking for. So basically, we have to kill the Defias Messenger and get the letter off him, and then that is our quest that we turn in, and I think after that, we get sent into the Dead Mines. And I'm kind of glad right now that I didn't find yet a group for Dead Mines, because I'd have the whole group waiting for me to get this one. Right, you know what, let's go and have a look up here for a quick second here. Yeah, there's only 3 people. I mean, yeah, it looks like all DPS if I remembered correctly, if I paid attention. Not that I did. The only reason I opened up the window to see if there was any change in the amount of people interested in Dead Mines. But it looks like this episode we might not be able to do dead mines. Yeah, so the NPC is basically neutral, meaning that we can walk past him without aggroing him. At least that's how I remember him. Whoop, we're pushing a post, a pillar, not intentionally. I think I'm gonna go fairly far up now just to kind of have a look around. If I remember correctly, the Defias messenger just walks, so we're just running. We should be able to catch up if he does spawn. What is that? Oh, that's a pig. Nope, not what we want. Yeah, I'm just going to follow this path all the way to the end and see what we get, if anything. Got a nice little coyote there. Trying to avoid this bird if we can. Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that I see? We have found him. Go on, wolf. Get him. So yeah, he does spawn up this road by the looks of things, and he does have quite a path to travel as well. Interestingly. See, right now I'm glad that I decided to kind of go for a wander, just because I was getting bored. Okay, so I need to go back to Sentinel Hill, turn this in, and get the next part of the quest. And by the looks of things, I'm not very hopeful. Let's try and avoid these guys, really. But yeah, I'm not very hopeful about finding a group for dead mines. Don't know why there aren't that many people. But we'll just have to make do with what we get. And I think what I'm going to do is, if we don't find anything, we're just going to move to the next town, do some quests there. And if we don't get anything in this episode, group-wise, but I'm looking at the time right now. I've already been playing the game for 20 minutes, or just over 20 minutes. So I'd probably time the dead mines run for about 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, if we don't get anything in this episode, I don't know. We'll probably try next episode. If not, the episode after that, we'll see where we get lucky. I can already see the tower from the hill. Now, we did have a smooth run last time we did dead mines. The issue I have is we had a high level player there in the group, which of course means a massive disadvantage for the XP gain. So I would like this time around, if that's all possible, to have a level appropriate group just to maximize the amount of XP that we get per kill in dead mines. That would be nice. So I'm personally going to be aiming for that. I'm not going to be too fussy about it, although I would, I will definitely prioritize that. And so what I mean by that is, if there's too little interest in doing dead mines, and there's a high level willing to help out and stuff and whatnot, I will then of course take the option of going into dead mines just to complete the quest. Okay, just quickly browsing through this quest just to see what I need to do. So we need to basically use this guy to locate dead mines. Basically, this is an escort quest. I see. That's fine. We can do this. We don't need any other people to help us. Normally, escort quests in this game can be such a pain in the backside. But this one, I'm just kind of rereading it just to make sure that I understand what I need to do. At least he's running. At least he's running and we don't have to just walk. Now, I'm guessing that with this guy, we just have to follow the set path to Dead Mines and kind of clear his path out. You should have a fairly predictable path. But with other escort quests, you do get random NPCs that spawn around the person that we're supposed to be escorting that we need to defend from, basically. And that can be a bit challenging. But I reckon with this guy, we just need to kind of help him along this path. And when we get to the town where the Dead Mines dungeon is, we kind of need to clear the area around him. I'm sure he's going to help out and stuff, but I'm not going to rely on this NPC's damage to save us or anything. Yeah, and so just because I don't know exactly what to expect, I'm just going to kind of stick close to him, although we seem to run somewhat quicker than he does. Well, so far the path has been fairly clean, fairly clear. Walking on foot can be so slow and tedious. I'm going to have to kind of go ahead of him now, whilst keeping a safe distance so I can keep an eye on him, but also to allow myself time to clear the path out should I need to. Right, let's deal with that caster right there. Alright, he's walking, so he's not running anymore. That's fine. We'll just kind of stick to you. Hey, look at this. Look at this. So he does spawn down here as well. Interesting. We killed him all the way up there. The path seems to be fairly clear. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. So he does spawn down here as well. That's why I was a bit reluctant. I couldn't remember where to get the messenger from. But yeah, okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind. So I'm laughing because the NPC ran towards the target I was fighting only to run back to his original post just because he wants to partake in the fighting. We're going to have a bit of clearing to do here. Alright, let's pick you for now. He's just running backwards and forwards. Right, my wolf has leveled up. That is really good. Oh, there's this lady behind the fountain. Right, let's start looting all the stuff. Let's not leave anything useful behind. There we go. Right, let's see how far you go. I do wonder if he goes all the way to the entrance into the dungeon or this building. So let's find out. Okay, cool. Well, that's fine. We didn't have to do the entire mine to clear out until we get to the entrance into the dungeon, so that is a positive. Definitely, definitely. What's interesting, and I probably did the quest in the wrong order, but you get a quest from the dungeon to go back into the dungeon. That's how I understand it. Never actually followed the full quest chain. Didn't actually read it, but yeah. It's just an interesting way of doing it, I guess. And so, with that done, we are sort of finished with this zone. I guess we can move on to the next zone whilst we wait for a group, if that's ever going to happen. Looking at the time, we are about 30 minutes into the video, and I'm going to be honest and say this is looking a bit doubtful. Doesn't look like there are enough low-level characters interested in doing this at this moment in time, so it's a possibility that we might not do it in this episode. If not, we'll probably push it in a future episode, obviously before we outgrow the dungeon. That is the aim of the game. Okay, so I kind of need to turn up this way. Yep, I can start seeing the tower, so that is an indicator that I'm going in the right direction. Okay, so it's somewhere up here. Yeah, I took the wrong path up. Ah, well. That's fine. We got there in the end. That's what's important.
Light be with you. For the Alliance.
Yeah, so this next one is obviously in the dungeon. This is actually not a bad leather piece. I would definitely benefit from this. So it is in my interest to want to do dead mines. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen anytime soon. So I guess with that in mind, I'm probably gonna end up having to go to another zone. Yeah, it's probably the best thing that I can do right now. There's no point in waiting here. Might as well make use of my time. And this area is as clean as can be. We've got some quests around. Let's see. Yeah, I suppose I could start working on another zone. I'm going to keep the looking for group open. And what time are we on? Let's see, 30 minutes. If we do get a group, just because the whole run will take somewhere around 30 to 40 minutes, let's say if it were to happen now and I'd get an invitation or an invite to a group, I'd probably keep this video short and then focus on the dungeon run itself. So there's a good chance that this might potentially be a short video, although taking into consideration what I've noticed, it's somewhat unlikely. So we'll see what happens. We'll just play it by ear. But yeah, I've kind of planned out what we can do. I mean, if we were just 10 minutes into the video and we did start a run, then I'd probably go for the run and include it into this video. But yeah, we are a fair ways into this video. So if this is a short video, it means I've managed to get into the dead mines. If it's a long video, then that just means we're doing some questing and stuff, and I was not lucky. It's just what it is. You know, on a separate note, it's so nice that we have these flight paths. I can only imagine what a pain it would have been to travel back and forth from one area to another. So having these flight paths definitely makes up for the large area that we have to cover. And in a way, I do kind of miss the ability to fly in the classic, if that makes sense. So I think if they do release Cataclysm Classic, then I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. Saying that though, I've been playing with some stuff and I've noticed, you know, like in Classic, there are certain areas that are, I suppose, in the game, but they're not really well designed, and that if I used, I think, Aspect of the Hawk or something like that, but there's a hunter ability that allows me to actually see things from a different angle. And when I do that, you can see that there are bits and pieces missing from the game, if that makes sense. And that they're low res and stuff. So, obviously, from the ground, when you look up, you don't see it. But when you look from a high vantage point downwards, you can actually see the bits of texture that are missing. So yeah, obviously when they did do Cataclysm, you know, it makes you realize how many things they had to patch up. Okay, so I guess we can pick up some quests from this area. Let's see what we have. We also have a couple of things to hand in. Do you know what? Let's get the quest from this dude right here.
King's honor, friend.
And I do need to get me a add-on to read the quests. And the reason for that is I just ever so briefly read the quest, not enough to actually remember what I need to do. Whereas if I were to use an add-on to read the quest, I could actually use that more often. That way you guys can see the quests as well, and maybe I can remember the story behind some of the quests as well. Most of them I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just following questy really. And yeah, it would be a good thing to have. So we have a couple of things. Nope, we've not done that. That's fine.
Bless you. Light be with you. Go with honor, friend, for the Alliance. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend, for the Alliance.
Whoop, there's a door there and a rail. Okay. There's a lot of stuff to do around here. Okay, we've got another quest up here that I can pick up. So I'll go and grab that.
Can I help you?
Okay.
Be careful.
I think that is pretty much it for the quests that I can pick up in the zone. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start kind of moving along. Looking at the time, 40 minutes. I'm trying to decide if I should kind of cut the video here or give it a few more minutes and see what happens then. Whoops. Sorry about that, folks. Just scratching, accidentally hit the mic. Let me actually see. Just going to bring up the audio to see how bad it sounds. It didn't sound that bad. So yeah, some of you may or may not know, I do record my audio separate to the video for various reasons. I just find it more beneficial to do it that way. Check out that other guy's fighting something. Go and have a look. He's fighting a pig. Okay. Yeah, so I do record my audio separate to the video. It's a bit more tedious when editing because I have to make sure everything is timed together. Hello. But yeah, what's going on here? Ooh, okay. I'm just going to move away. Nope, he's already aggroed me. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Well done. That was a fairly high level pig, that. Yeah. So what I said, yeah, I do record my audio. I always have done. I like to record it separately, and it's actually served me well in the past in the sense that I can actually manually adjust the quality of the audio. Sometimes I've had problems where the audio wasn't that great, so I've had to do some tweaking in some software to remove background noise and stuff like that. And yeah, in the area that I live, there's always like throughout the day fighter jets that fly by, so I can always reduce that noise. And it's just a general thing that I've learned to do. It's a headache in the editing process, but it served me quite well in the past, and so I stick to that just because it's the way I do it. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling a bit tired right now, and I think one of the best things to do is to take a break here. Yeah, I do want to keep the death toll to an absolute minimum here. Definitely don't want to be dying too often. With that said, though, I'd like to try and fight this pig or do some more quests. It's like I'm undecided. I don't know what to do. I'm tired, and I do feel the need for a break. But equally speaking, I do want to push on. Check this guy out. Maybe he's doing. I don't know. Maybe he's doing reputation quests. That's the other thing. I need to do that on Miranda. I need to come here and do some low level stuff and get my reputation up with the main factions. Yeah, it's something I need to do. It's just never brought myself around to being able to do that. So apparently we've got some pigs here that we need to kill. That's a sheep. Okay. Let's have a look. I feel like I want to give this pig a try. But I feel like I might regret it because we need the pig. Don't know if I'm high enough level for it. So I'll just wait it out for now. And, whatever happens, we'll take it from there. It might be a big mistake that I'm doing. Saying that, though, I feel like this episode has just been me waiting for things to spawn. That's the way the game works sometimes. Sometimes things move along rather fluently. Other times we wait for things to spawn. And I don't know. I'm keen to give this a go. And I think I don't know. I'm a bit anxious, as you can tell. I'm a bit anxious about trying to fight something that high level. I don't know if my pet can tank it, basically. If my pet dies, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll give it a go. The question is, how long do I have to wait for this pig to respawn? It would be nice if I could do it, though. Not gonna lie, it would be nice if we could take the pig down, because we'd get quite a decent amount of XP from it. At the moment, we're just getting the neutral pigs, so I mean, he's definitely different looking. Maybe it's worth taming the pig. I think, is a pig kind of meant to be tanky? Maybe that's, yeah, could look at that. Although, realistically, I would very much like a gorilla. Suppose I could use a pig to tank. That's maybe an option until we get to the gorilla. Although, I'm happy with my wolf. He doesn't hold aggro, but he does do damage. Maybe it'd be nice to have something that holds aggro, to be honest. So maybe that's something I need to look into. And I was just thinking, just now realized, there aren't very many gorillas there, are there, in the game? I know there's plenty in Stranglethorn Vale, but other than that... Oh no, there's Ungoro Crater that has some gorillas. But then, are there any... See, there aren't any in Burning Crusade. And don't really recall seeing any in Wrath of the Lich King. Maybe a gorilla is a good choice for a tank. Come on. I'm feeling brave here. Just feel like I'm waiting right now. I mean, I'll give it a couple of minutes, but if this is taking too long, I'm just going to end the video here. Thing is, though, I definitely need to step away from the game and have a break. That's for sure. So what I would like to attempt before I end the video is a fight with this pig, which may or may not go well. This is a sort of calculated but not calculated risk. I mean, I intend to fight it, but things may not go the way I planned them. I mean, in my mind, I'm an amazing hunter that can do this. But we'll see what reality has to say to that. Come on, buddy. Spawn already. Prove me right. Tell me I'm an amazing hunter that can solo this high-level creature. I mean, he's really high level. So that means I'm going to end up doing reduced damage, missing a lot, and he's probably going to completely devour my pet. But if I can do it, then that makes me an amazing hunter. There he is. There we have him. Well, this is a bit of a tough choice. I feel like the smart thing would be to wait it out until I get another level. He's really high level. Oh, not sure what to do here. I think I want to kite him and do what the other player did. And kite him into the soldier there. Send my pet because he's kind of coming towards me. Oh, yep. This is definitely not a good thing. I'm already feeling it, right? Ooh, he's hurting my pet really badly. Trying to do some damage to him. We're doing some damage, but yeah, he's definitely devouring my pet. Okay, there's no soldier here. This is bad. My pet's nearly dead. Okay, there's nothing to actually help me here. I don't know how far I can kite him before he drops aggro. Oh, I'm missing a lot. Uh-oh. Yep. I'm trying to do as much damage to him as I can, but we are in a lot of trouble right now. Trying to heal my pet. Nope. Yep. I mean, I could have probably got really close, but I don't think I would have been able to take him on. So, yep, rip me. And with that being said, that is the end of this video, folks. Thank you all so very much for choosing to click on this video and spend your time with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm just going to go find my body and basically take a break from the game because I do feel like I need it. Until next time, stay safe, folks.